So, now, this game ain't too terribly complicated, you know, like some of those really complicated games that need a guide on it, but I have found a way to get through the game easier without cheesing. Like, you know, stabbing them in the face. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. In fact, I might disable insta-kill on that. But you can stab them in the face if you're in a dire situation, I'd say. So we're gonna start a new character. I'm gonna go through all the little itsy bitsy mechanic things that goes on in the game, sorta. From what I understand of it. I am going to skip this because I'm not going to spoil anything for most of you, besides the combat mechanics and some advice on some of the bosses. Because the only guides that I saw on this game was nothing but just stab in the head. So, I mean, you can do that, but I'd prefer to draw out the combat. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is change my movement settings, because that snap turning is... ugh, no. Controllers, toggle, and smooth turning. I'm going to move this to 65. Okay. Anything else? Let's see. Settings, game. Let's see. I like having it on medium, but I'm going to leave that where it is, because that's where you guys are going to start. Enable gore. Enable that. I'm going to show HP for both me and the enemies so I can teach you how this works. And the rest should be okay. I'm going to leave the music on. Hopefully it's not going to get me in trouble. I have no clue. Honestly, I don't care that much, but
what do you
who
need?
knows. Okay. First things first, I'm going to talk about some skills.
Can I help you?
Okay, I'm not going to read all that. So this is where you get all your strength, health, agility, how fast you can move. Mastery is where you can get better critical hit damage. Greed, more money. Intelligence, more skills yielded for each one of your fights. So currently you start out at 0 and you have no gold, you have no skill points. So you're gonna have to go in bare bones on this. You're gonna be naked. Not necessarily, but that's fine. So what you should do first, I'd say, at least my advice, is the most important stats to level up are strength and vitality. Those are the absolute most important. Even so is getting these two. But only level these two up once, because it just makes it look better. And you're able to put all your points into this one and vitality, and then you only put like 6 into both of these, the agility and mastery. That's my sort of character build. And then you put 1 into telekinesis. This allows you to grab things from further away. I only put 1 extra point into those. And then for this one, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, allows you to parry better and more often. Honestly, it's kind of cheap using the parry system, but I use it just because sometimes this game can be mean to you. Eventually I'm probably going to turn that off, and then I can not waste those points. But I put two into each of those. Well, 1 point, it's already at 1. then 2 into these. 1 point each for one of these. So, that's how I usually do mine. So, first points you want to put your stuff into is greed and intelligence. 1 for each of those. And it literally takes 2 wins on one of these levels over here. You win this one twice, you'll get enough to get those 2. As long as you win. Now, in my experience, when I first played this, even the first level gave me trouble. Well, I was a noob, obviously. And I didn't understand, like, basic ways to fight. So, first thing you're going to start off with in the blacksmith. This is where you get all your weapons and all that. Weapons. There's this weapon, which I don't like, to be honest. So, you start out with the half sword. This is honestly my favorite sword of them all because it just looks okay. It looks like a traditional sword. I would love to have this in real life, but I can't. The cutlass does less damage, I believe. Actually, it trades off with stabbing. You get more stabbing for this and less stabbing for this, which we're not going to be using stabbing. But note that this one I think is longer than this one, and I just don't use that one in general. So that's that. Now I'm going to teach you about a couple interesting things about these 2 weapons right here, the short sword and the Viking sword. Notice both same amount of money, but more damage on the slashing. And that's what you're mainly going to be doing if you play it like I do. Okay. We're going to take a break from that now. Go to armor. You start off with basic armor. Light armor, barely does anything. Just 5 for the helmet, 5 for the armor. Now, once you get up to these, it starts getting real expensive. The like Samurai Viking, this Norman armor, and Mongol Knight, really expensive armor. You don't want to even look at those yet. So, I suggest first armor that you get before you even think about getting into these is the medium armor and the kettle helmets. Then you may get this one if you choose, but if you want to save up for one of the more expensive ones, that's fine. So you can play this however you want. This is just how I play it from my experience in playing the game. Now, I have not finished the boss in my actual playthrough yet. Might record that or live stream it, because, who knows, I just might feel like doing it one day. But first things first, we are going to go in to our first level, Knights, Great Hall. I'm going to start at level 1 and go in, so I can teach you a little bit about the fighting. Note that it is currently 2 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm pretty tired, but I'm drinking a little bit of Monster to keep me alive. So, first thing, as it says, spread your arms, press both triggers. Now, the way I do it is I keep the sword right in front of me in sort of a fighting stance, where my right foot is in front and my left foot's in the back. That's just real life sort of sword fighting there. And I just keep it here, because this, you can block anything. You can block any attack that they throw at you from that position, depending on the enemy, to be honest. But main thing is, you're going to struggle for the first few minutes of the game, because you're not going to realize what you need to do in order to survive. until you're already dead 60 times. Or you might be a god already and just absolute murder these guys. So, as you just saw there, I took out those guys out no problem. Now the thing is, you want to block while stepping back. Any attack that they throw at you, you want to block and step back. Get good at that first. Block, step back. And then you can attack. Every time they swing, step back a little bit. It helps. Then every time you block, you attack. Like I just did there. And don't get greedy and try and go in for multiples. That's just gonna get you killed. Because they do this little spin attack that always gets me. Now, in this beginning stage, you're gonna die to 2 hits. No matter what weapon they use. You're gonna die from 2 hits. Now, I just went for 2. That was probably a mistake. If it was a dude with one sword, well, a one-handed sword, he would have done a spin attack and killed me. Look, it's all it takes. Back up, block, swing. It's all it takes. Now, sometimes, like with these heavy swords right here, these really long, physicsy swords, they will clip right through your blade sometimes. And it's really frustrating. Because you'll take damage, and if you're low enough health, you will die in 1 hit. Like I said, block, attack. Step back, block, attack. Now if you get a parry in, which is that slowing down stuff, you can go in for seconds. Do not do what I just did, which is going in for seconds. I've just played this game long enough to know when it is best to do it. Sometimes I even fail. So. If they have a heavy enough sword, they're going to be a little slow, so you can do that. Boom! No problem. I don't think I even took a hit. Possibly, unless it glitched through my sword. No problem. So, look at that. You get 168 gold and 18 skill points. So, you want to go back to your menu. Now, currently, with the amount of money that you have, you can't buy anything. Except for maybe a little short, stubby katana. Which I don't suggest getting. Because, honestly, when I played with katanas, they did not suit very well for me. So, if you notice, you have enough to buy one single thing. One little upgrade. Each one costs 10, but as you upgrade it, it goes up by 10. So, let's see. I want to get more skill points so I can spend more skills faster. That's my thing. And you have to pick and choose because you only get 32 points to spend, upgrades to spend. So, first thing I'm going to upgrade, because I want my skill to upgrade faster so I don't have to deal with the whole I'm dead in one shot. So I'm going to upgrade this. So then, I'm at 8, doesn't matter, you can't spend anything, just ignore it. Okay. Currently, you do not have enough funds to buy any weapons. Usually. Let's see. Yeah, you don't have any funds to buy new weapons. Unless, nope, not even a dagger. A dagger is more expensive than this little katana looking thing right here. More expensive than the katana. That shows you something about this thing. Now it's very light, but I really don't like it. Alright. Now, we're not even going to look at armor, because there's no way we're going to get enough funds to actually buy any armor. So, do not go here if you are not ready to fight, if you have not had enough practice. And anyway, it's best to do this so you get fair numbers. So, just replay the first one a couple times until you get good at the game. That's one of the most important things, is just get good. You have to learn how they, like, what attacks they do, what attacks each sort of class of soldier does. Like, the shield ones are really easy to take out for me, because they do a big wind-up. I'll show you here in a second. This is not a shield dude, but I think he might do the same attacks. Yep, sorta. So you just want to do the same thing I taught you in the first one. Just step back, block. Step back, block. Oop, he blocked that one. They will block sometimes. But usually if you block their attacks, they won't block. Unless you're too slow. Now, if I do get the right enemy, I will show you one thing. You saw that? He took a really big wind-up. They're really easy to kill. Think that's the sword? Yeah, that's the sword. So I want to get that sword so I can show you a little something. I need to get him alone. Ooh. Yeah, I hate that. If you don't manage to block it, you can still go in for an attack. It's a little bit riskier that way, though. Alright. I think, yeah, that's not the sword I'm looking for. He's got a heavy sword. I don't want that. Back up. Now, you do have a kick, which I don't use often because it's not consistent. Now, this is a heavy weapon. That's not the weapon I'm looking for. Please. Okay, that dude might be it. Maybe? No, it's not. You didn't hit. Okay. Now you're gonna. I struggled the first few minutes of my game. Now, one thing that I've learned in this game is very awkward using double swords. So don't use two swords, I suggest, because it's just really awkward. You're using two weapons, so you have to coordinate them, and it just makes it harder. Trust me. Unnecessarily hard. They also collide. Your weapons do collide with each other. And that adds to the awkwardness. I completely missed that strike. There we go. I gotta focus. Okay. None of these swords are the... Yeah, that's not the sword I want. Is that the dude with the sword? Yes, it is. Okay, one thing I want you to notice about this particular sword. Oh my gosh. He literally went right through me. Okay. That sword is what you call the short sword, I believe, in the armory. So, this weapon actually does less damage. It does more damage for you, but when they use it, it does less damage than their, this one. If they use this one, it does more damage than that one. When they use it. Now, it's more damage when you use it. But, still, it's very interesting. Just note that. Note which weapons does damage. More damage than others. Most of these swords all do the same damage. Like, the big swords, they do, like... They'll get you down to 20 health-ish. And then the other swords get, like, 25, and so and so. But still, each weapon will kill you in 2 hits. Note that. So make sure you heal before you go into combat. Like, if you get hit, back up. Back up. Back up. If they come at you, block, and swing at them, they'll usually back up. And if they don't, kick them. Like that. Like that. I just kicked him. He's backing up. See that? His sword was glitching through my sword. That will happen a lot. I've noticed. Fancy moves. He has a heavy sword, doesn't he? Yes, he does. It's a long sword. No, that's a great sword. See? Bigger handle. And it's a little wobbly. So, now, you definitely have enough money to buy something. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to buy. Telling you what, it ain't the short sword. I'll show you here in a minute. Please hurry. Alright. So, first things first, we're going to upgrade our skills. Once again, you have plenty. Now, because I already got this, I got 10% more. So now, originally I would have gotten like 18 from that. And I would have been able to get 2 because I had 8 left over from the last one. But now I can probably get 3. As long as it's 1 upgrade. So now I'm going to get greed. Just so I get a little bit extra cash to spend. Get that one. And I'm going to upgrade strength and vitality. Can't hone how important vitality is over everything else. Because I leveled this thing up to like 6 and I had 150 health. Guess what happened when I tried to fight the boss without good armor? I died constantly. Like, most of the time it would take 3 hits from a normal enemy and like 1 to 2 hits from like the bosses. So yeah, I didn't like how low my health was. So I just respect, which you restart, you end up with half of your skill points that you originally spent, and it clears all this. So then you can respec. Make sure you have plenty of these before you do that, or you're going to be left weaker than you were before. Now, my spec is usually 10, 10, 6, 6, I believe, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then that spins it all. And that's just how I play it. Alright, enough with that one. Let's go and show you this little interesting little cheeky breaky move right here. So, you got this half sword. It does decent damage. I've gone to like wave 8 with this sword. Plus a buckler. But we're not going to get into bucklers right now because it's a little bit more expensive. So, you're going to think, oh, this is going to be my next weapon because it's the next one on the slot. And it's 200. You have 300. I don't suggest doing that. Because, pay attention, 58, 75. Viking sword. 65, 75. Note that both of them are the same price. Trust me, it makes a difference. That slash damage difference is a difference that you should look for. Now, you could buy this one, but this one's really short. I don't like this one. You have to get real freaking close to get that one. That one's too expensive. Bastard swords, 600. We'll get there. Never buy the great swords. The big boy swords, the ones that are like... That one's really short too, don't get that one. This one, too big. This one, too big. I mean, if you like big swords, you can, but you never two-handed, so it's not... It doesn't feel right, trust me. When I played and tested all this, I left my character at level 1 stats. And I went through most of the weapons here, and yeah. They're just too awkward to hold. Royal Sword's pretty good, but it's really expensive. So, I'm not going to buy the short sword, because I already know Viking sword is where it's at. So, first thing you want to do is buy it. Then you want to equip it. I don't like equipping 2 weapons, so just throw that idea out, at least for me. If you want to try it, you can, and you'll see how awkward it is. So, I'm just going to leave it like that. I have not much more funds. I can't really buy anything. Let's see, I forgot what the cost is for the next armor. 800, yeah, I'm not ready for that. 300, I can buy that next if I need to. Preferably, you want to get better weapons. And, yeah. So, if you haven't yet gotten used to the game, you can play a couple more times on this one. But I'm going to go ahead and show you level 2. It's literally the same thing, just... So what I found out is that each next round, the damage that they do is increased by 9. I counted that. Each weapon increased their damage by 9. So originally, the original sword that I had did it to where you would get to... What is it? 25 health? Well, it does that 9 extra damage, so you'd be left at 16 health at that point. And the bigger swords, they make you go to, like, what, 20 health in the first round? And now they're gonna leave you at 11 health. I gotta focus. You see how much better this sword is? Boom. About 3 hits. Boom. Dead. I also forgot to mention something. Target points you want to hit. Head. If you haven't noticed already, I'm hitting the head and the neck. Shoulders are okay, but they don't do as much damage. Boom. They're dead. See how much better this sword is. And it's the second round. I do believe that they get a little bit more health, too. The thing is, the third round, they lower the amount they increase their damage. And eventually, if you keep going up, you'll die in one hit if you don't level up your vitality. So, I tried doing a character that didn't have much vitality. Yeah, it didn't work too well. I died too easily, in my taste. So, especially if it glitches out. Now, in this one, it's still going to take 2 hits for each weapon, but you're left with lower health, which makes it a little bit harder to recover. Now, you're just going to do the same thing as the last time. Back up. Block and back up, and then go in for the hit. Dodge, hit. Block, block, hit. Block, block, hit, hit. Oop. Another thing, you never want to freaking stab. Trust me. Stabbing will get you killed. I've had it so many times where I go in for the stab, I stab him through, but he doesn't get stunned, like when you slash him. This, see? He's backing up now. Now if I run through him, oh, I stab him in the head. That's too bad. I'll show you next time. So, I'm just going to replay that one. Because you probably want to replay each just to get your skill level up. I wish they would put a replay button on the ending if you finish it all without dying. So, let's do that again. No, I could probably go buy something, but I'll show you this first. Actually, no. Sorry. I do need to actually stick to the plan. Quickly, go to menu. Sorry, you're going to be waiting a little bit longer. Anyway, I need a drink. Some Monster will do. Ah. Man, it's been forever since I had Monster, because it nearly gives me a heart attack every time I drink it. But, look, I can spend another skill point. Got 18.
You look tired.
Alright, so I'm going to spend my next point Let's see. I'm not getting into any heavy armor quite yet. I don't want to do that yet, because that's just going to slow me down, and I don't want to spend the point in it yet. Now, what I suggest is some critical damage. These two are like last ditch. You don't really need them, to be honest. If you can know the mechanics enough and you're good enough, you can parry no problem. Heck, you don't even have to spend a point into each of these, because as you saw, you get plenty of time to get a couple hits in, and then you just back up. Now it's later game when they get really aggressive and all three of them are coming at you, then you might need it. Because if you just stick your blade out, they might hit it and you'll get a parry and you go dun 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 dead. That'll really help you. But let's see, I want to put a little bit into this, because this makes you do a little bit more damage for critical. Or does it?
Is that all?
Base crit, 3%. Whatever that means. Chance, higher mastery, increase the number of times. Yeah. Increase the number of times. So I'm going to spend my points in that so I can do a little bit more critical damage. Or more often critical damage. Now, next sword, I'd say we're going to stop on swords here. Don't spend any more in swords, because I suggest that you do indeed get higher strength. Currently I have like 2 strength. Strength requirement on this is 3, but it really didn't hinder my ability so much. This might do it a little bit more for you, because strength determines whether you can wield it properly. Like, if I try to wield this great sword, it's gonna be absolute terrible, because I'm gonna be slow, it's gonna get clunky and everything. And anyway, I wouldn't even suggest getting the great sword, because, look, all you increase is stab damage by 3. 3 measly points of stab damage. Now, do you think that's really worth it when you're really going for slashes with the bastard sword, which is one-handed? It may look like a two-handed sword because it's a little bit longer, but one thing about real-life bastard sword is it's not long enough for you to hold it with 2 hands. That's just a fact. You could, but it'd be a little awkward. So you have that. It may be the same way, but it still works. For me, at least. So, stop with swords. Know that. I know it's sort of a ramble, but I'm just informing you on how shit works in this game. So now, if you want to, and you don't feel like you need to save up for more damage with a new sword, I suggest might as well go for a little bit extra protection on your skull. Because I tell you, those skull hits are brutal. I don't think it does any more damage with my testing, but still. It's better to get more damage in one area than others. So, you could save up for this, but that's pretty expensive. Let's be honest. 800, it'll take a couple. Might as well go ahead and buy more defense.
I appreciate it.
And equip it. Make sure you equip it, or it's not going to actually do anything for you. So, I'm just going to spend that. Why not? We already spent points into here. We're fine with that. Now, you might be a little bit slower with this little helmet right here. It is fine. As long as you back up and block at the same time, you should be fine. You'll dodge most hits. Next, we're going to go this one. Now, in this, it once again will lower the more amount that they do, the added amount, but it's still going to get pretty risky. It is possible that the bigger swords might kill you in one hit. I don't think so, though. Don't quote me on that, though. So, same thing as always. Back up, dodge, block, whatever. Now, you can strafe with like this. I don't like doing it because it's not useful, in my experience. Now this is a great sword. Don't want it. Too cumbersome. Oh great. Another thing that I should probably tell you about is make sure that you're on one or the other side all the way, or they're gonna spawn both around you, like all around you. It's a pain. 'Cause then you have to get around them. Now if you notice, they're getting a bit faster each round too. If you look comparatively, you'll see that they get a little bit faster. Because their skill level is getting up. Difficulty's up. Also, remember, this is a physics-based game, too. It may not be as in-depth as other games like The Walking Dead VR or Boneworks. Definitely not anywhere close to that. But this is a physics-based game. So, the harder you swing, the more damage you would do. I've noticed. See that? Compared to my little tap, that only did that much damage. Now, watch this. Boom! Bigger swing, more damage. Pretty obvious. Now, I'm just gonna go back to the menu, and once I get out of there, I'm gonna go to the next level. I don't know whether I have enough funds to buy anything else. Possibly not. Not sure. But I am going to use those skill points. Just level up as fast as you can.
Are you here to gain?
See, yeah, I don't really have much funds at all. Just going to upgrade an ability. Let's see. I'd say go ahead and get agility, just so you want when you do get armor, it doesn't hinder you so much. Because if you have more agility, you'll move faster with armor, heavy armor. Which heavy armor is definitely the way to go.
Can I help you?
There is no light character or anything. It's for the bosses, you need heavy armor. Excuse me. So it's getting to me. Now, I am going to spend another point into strength, because... Wait. Oh, wait. I need 20. Might save up. Not really, because it's going to give me a weird number, so I'm just going to go ahead and spend it into one of these useless ones. I would do this one.
Is that all?
I prefer that, so it'll give me a little bit more time to get a couple more hits in. And that's all.
I can spot a swordsman 1,000 paces away.
Can't buy anything, so we're just gonna leave it how it is. Back up. We'll get armor later. Next level. You probably don't need this much of an in-depth guide, because you can probably figure this out on your own, but I mean, if you're a noob, anything's good if you look for the information. Now, I know that a lot of people don't want their gaming experience spoiled, and they don't want to have their hand, like someone holding their hand the entire way, but... Suck it up. Boom. Look at that damage, though. Bigger swing, more death. I'm going to show you why this weapon's not very good. We gotta keep this out of the way. Boom. See that? See that wobble? That's weight right there. Now I have it on light, like you will, more than likely. See that? Thing is about this greatsword, it's glitchy. It will decide, hey, I'm not gonna let you interact with other objects, so yeah, you die. That could have killed me if I was lower health. Keep in mind, all of the things that I've tested were at level 1 stats. And even this, at level 1 with no upgraded strength, did better than the half sword. Not the half sword, but the short sword. So, ooh, I actually didn't take damage there. I could have swore I did. You see there? Again, I put my sword up, didn't interact with the environment. Oop. Or didn't interact with my sword. That's a common glitch, which I have experienced too often on little challenges of level 1's free. Okay, I swear I'm not. Yep, you see? Glitchy weapons. If that happens, I have no clue what to do. I think it's due to the lower strength. Once again, I'm not hitting his sword at all. Maybe because it's shorter? I'm not sure. But that just feels so bad. Either he's going too high or I'm just... Now that is too obvious. Of course it's happening when I'm doing a live too. This isn't me being bad, trust me. See, am I even... Can he even hit me? Yes, he can. I might have to restart. Because that's just really bad. I've never had it do it that bad. Once again, is it my tracking? Is that what's causing it? Possibly. I literally just changed my angle like 2 degrees. Okay, whatever. I don't think I buy anything, but I can level up. So, always level up when you can. I'm gonna go to Vitality, get that up, and then, what others would be good? Probably just upgrade everything that can be.
What is your biggest
So,
weakness?
strength, upgrade, no. Vitality, I need to upgrade strength.
Drink plenty of water.
I'll do that. And then since I have 10 extra points, I'm going to upgrade
Is
that.
all?
Now, this one, that one, this one, and that one, I'll leave them alone for the rest of the game. You won't need them. Honestly, you don't need them. Once you get good enough, you'll just fly through the levels, no problem.
Are you here
Just
to
repeat the same, like, high... Like, if you repeat level 9 multiple times, you'll get boss level, like, skill. Because they are really aggressive here, and so is the boss. I hate the Knight's boss. But not as much as this boy's boss, because he is just... I'm sure that any of you who have played this game will agree that the Mongol boss is just no thank you. Let's see, I don't think I have enough funds to that.
Finest blades.
Actually, I might.
Distance.
Let's see, I don't think I do. Nope. Need 600. I'm actually gonna save up to that. I'm almost level 4.
Let's get you suited up.
See, I need 800 for that. I need like 120 or 1,200. No, thank you. I'll save that for later. But next level. Yeah, the buckler's 600, so I'm not gonna buy that yet. Yeah. So don't use shields if you want to get good. Basically. Shields is like an extra safety net in case they do break through your sword defense. And I'll show you how to wield a shield properly, like that buckler right there. I can show you how to wield it properly if you want to use it. Once he dies, Oh, he dodged that. They will dodge. Boom. Alright. So one of the things in real life that you actually do is you keep your hand behind. And you attack around the shield or buckler like this. That's how you do it in real life. There's a little bit more tech to it, but you basically just do this. It gives you the most chance of hitting their blade before it actually hits you. Boom. Killed. See how easy it was? I literally just kept getting up in their face, and they kept swinging, they kept hitting my sword, and eventually you'll get a parry and just absolutely destroy them. It's just an extra safety net, so you don't have to worry too much about other enemies. So it's very good against groups, not good if you don't use it. Keep it down here, it takes too long for you to go up, depending on the enemy. Okay, I didn't take damage there. Good. Main thing is attack around the shield. Can't tell you how much that is important, because if you just go wide, your defense is low. You don't have enough defense to actually kill them or defend against any other enemies. And you don't want to hit your shield while you're trying to swing, so go around it, move it a little bit. One of my favorite moves is literally just side swing, like that. Gets them right in the head. And it's really fast and deadly. They never expect it. Just repeat that process. Alright, enough of that. Well, I'm gonna keep showing you, just so, in case you need it. I'm not gonna use that yet. Main thing is you want to touch your sword with their weapon too, because that gives you the most likelihood of getting a parry. Boom. It's pretty easy, because not only do you have safeguard against, any stray blade, but you also have a safeguard if they do phase through your blade. I am in the wrong position here. I'm gonna get killed. Okay. So, one thing about map safety, be aware of your surroundings. So, if you're getting backed up into that corner, just loop around here. And see that? I got hit, even though I had that safeguard. So, just be aware that you can't prevent everything from going to crap all of a sudden. That probably was just me not paying attention, but boom, dead. So yeah, you want to stay back here while they spawn, then you can move forward. And meet them in the middle so you're not already at the edge. Now the reason why you want to back up every time they attack is because they're moving forward. And there is no little safe space where they can't enter. Watch this. They're getting this close to you. That is hard to deal with. And that's probably why they added a kick into the game. And they made it more effective, because apparently back then it wasn't that effective. Because you would kick them and nothing would happen. Still, you kick them and nothing happens. I have experience. That worked, that worked, that worked, but then that didn't work, because they were in attack. So it's very hard to make sure that they get hit. Boom. Sometimes you will accidentally stab them, because in your swing you kind of hit them with the point and then it goes in slightly and it kills them. Literally, the head stab is the OP one. Literally takes one hit stab, dead. Not for the bosses. But I ain't no cheesy boy. I actually block, attack. It's like a puzzle. It's not a puzzle, but a turn-based game. Wait your turn. They attack. You attack. Plain and simple. Now I'm going to show you how to use this shield, because I don't think I'm going to get to this by the time I need to be done. Basic, same concept with the buckler. You just got to go around the shield. You have a little bit more coverage because it is a bigger shield. It covers your bottom a little bit. And I gotta loop around. Don't get caught in the corner or you're gonna get all your personal space invaded, and then you have nothing to do but die. Boom. As you notice, those big swords are very clunky for the enemy itself. So that tells you something. Okay, that tells you something about that weapon. Don't use it. Don't use the big weapons. My suggestion. If you want to use them, it's perfectly up to you. See that? Now, that actually saved me there, because I would have actually gotten hit. But my shield stopped it, because it was lower down here. That's the benefit of having a kite shield versus a buckler, like he has. Like, I can go for his legs all day. All day. And I can cheese him like that. But no, don't do that. Because it's not fun if you just constantly cheese. Get good. Wait your turn. Be patient, and then attack. Wait. Whoop, I dropped my sword. Attack. Block. Attack. Whoop. If you don't get the hit in, it's fine. Back up. Don't be greedy and try and get another swing in, because it's the same as trying to go in for a second. Alright, let's compare it to this sword. This is the short sword. Does almost the same amount of damage, but trust me, it doesn't do as good as the Viking sword. I've tested it, level 1 strength, a lot better. Once again, I am going in for seconds because he's slow. They're slow enough you can go in for seconds. Boom. I finished the game. Alright. Let's go back and level up. See, do I actually have any people watching me currently? Negative. But that's okay. I haven't been on for a while. Now what the hell is going on? Okay. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Okay.
What is your
Next.
biggest weakness?
You're gonna level up. Level up anything you haven't leveled up.
Do you feel that?
I suggest doing this one first.
Is
Agility
that
is not too important. Always remember that. And remember to ignore the rest. Yeah, okay. Now at some point you want to start leveling up, prioritizing
you look
excuse me,
tired?
strength and vitality first. Probably want to max out those first, but it's up to you what order you do it in. As long, for my suggestion, 10, 10, 6, 6, and then 2 for the rest.
I can spot a swordsman.
So,
1,000 paces away.
you now have enough funds. Congratulations. You have fought through hordes of knights who have sacrificed their life for their king, and you murdered them. Now, you're gonna be tempted to buy this big boy sword that only does 3 extra damage than the fucking bastard sword. Now, do you want to be a badass bastard like Jon Snow, or do you want to be the Mountain? I know one thing, I don't like villains in movies and video games. So, I'd rather be this guy right here. So, buy this one.
You take
It
care.
will serve you well, trust me. Not only does it do, let's see, how much more? It does full about... Let's see, I gotta do that math. $13 damage more on the slash, but it also does, see, a full 5 more on the stab, if we're not relying on stab again. And it's the common sword for a knight, so why not? It's a good weapon, trust me, and it looks badass, so just remember that. Forgive my cursing.
Let me help you.
Now, you can't buy any armor, so we're just gonna leave that alone, because it's really expensive to get armor. Suggest until you get to the bastard sword, don't worry about armor. Now, since I got the bastard sword, we can worry about armor. I might include armor as the shield, which is just an extra safety precaution. Now you're just gonna continue on. Be a knight. Use one sword. It's more badass and more complicated and, you know, makes you better at the game. So in case you do lose your shield or whatever, your secondary weapon, you can still fight with the main weapon. Now, I have tried a couple different stances, like I've tried this stance. It doesn't cover all of my attacks that they can do. Now, that was just a wimpy strike. That's a full strike. That was a wimpy strike too. Boom. He's dead. That's how much better it is. Now, if you are a HEMA person, and you can only afford a PlayStation VR headset, and not a really expensive computer combined with a VR headset, like Oculus or some shit, Valve, whatever, Vive, not Valve, then you're gonna love this game. But if you do have computer, don't suggest this game. Do Blade and Sorcery. Much more quality, and it has everything here and better. So this doesn't improve on anything. In fact, it's a little bit worse. But I do love this game simply due to its the only sword fighting game in PSVR that is actually physics based. I've been waiting for this game. I've been waiting for a game like this for a while. So when I heard that they finally came out with a proper sword physics game, I was like, finally! Someone did something about the lack of sword fighting games in PSVR. Okay, both of those were really low strikes. Those low strikes are pretty easy just to back up and dodge. So as you can see, I'm killing them a lot faster even though I'm on the, like, what? The 6th level? 7th? Now, when it gets to 7 and 8, it gets real fast-paced. It's a really long match, too, because they get more health, they get faster, and swinging, and it's a little bit more difficult. We're just going to go next, because we're going to just pile on the points. Just get it over with. So we can save up for actual armor. It's up to you whether you want to get a shield or not. I'm not going to, because I find it easier with a shield. I just like it like this. Now, my suggestion on axes, I have not tested them yet, but they do have a small hitbox. Like, think. Sword. They have all this space to attack. An axe has one little spot that you can hit, and it's accurate. You will realize that a lot of times you'll be hitting them with the wood of the axe. Don't use axes. Plus, they're really short, so you can't like get the really far enemies, and it's harder to parry. Ooh, you see that? You never want to go towards the enemy when they're doing that attack, because that attack is oof. Ooh, hello. You wanna die, boy? I keep doing that attack wrong. You gotta go in on that side. When you block like this, and then go for that, they're already in the blocking stance, for if they do the big swing down. Oop, I missed that. My bad. Ooh, he nearly got me, that one. Ooh. I didn't take damage, good. Ooh. Ooh, I got him with the tip. Boom, dead. Buckler! I actually really like fighting with the buckler. It's really fun because it's easier to get around it and you can go under attacks, but I rarely do that. Go like this. Just come at me, boy. Now notice how I keep hitting my shield. It's not what you want to do. You want to go around it. Okay, sometimes the tracking messes up. Please don't mess up again. Now with that, with the shield you can go in for twice, because extra safety net for when they do throw that unseen strike that you don't have enough time to get your sword down into. Oop. Note that sometimes you'll hit their armor and they won't do any damage. That's why you gotta go for the neck most. Sometimes the top of the head will work, depending on the enemy. Now I'm starting to get cornered. I want to back up, loop around, boom, I'm safe. I have plenty to back up into. And they, yeah. That's why you don't want to stand still while they attack, because if they do that sort of attack, they're going to get right up in your personal space and can't do anything. It's probably going to be a really long guide, and it's going to be teaching you the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Just skip to the ones if you're watching the video. Skip to the parts where I am teaching about that particular thing, if you're having questions about it. Now, don't be mean. Oh wait, I actually didn't take damage though. I thought I did. Ooh, please don't hit me. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting my shield. Ooh, he hit me. Back up a little bit. Now, he probably would have killed me instantly there if I didn't upgrade my Vatel. That's how important it is. Do you want to live with 2 strikes? Or die from 1 strike? Or live with 1 strike or die with 1 strike. That's how it... Keep missing that. Oh my gosh, the physics is breaking. The matrix is breaking. Boom, I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna go level up and spend my money on armor. Because armor's fun. Okay. Say goodbye to your wimpy armor. Let's see, I want to go with this armor because it is better.
A new man.
Even though it's only up by what? 5? Yeah, 5. Still better. Anything better that you can get before you get these really expensive armors. Like, for this one, I will only get this one because, honestly, the rest of this armor, not too worth it. Except for maybe, I found that the Viking armor, it has a plus 20 to damage, and that's very good. That's very good. But, yeah. Let's see. If you want to be Speedy Gonzalez running around the battlefield like no problem, choose this character because it does nothing to your, doesn't slow you down at all, and then it improves your speed. In fact, so you're gonna be moving around like a freaking ninja, samurai. Makes sense. Viking armor, we already discussed that. The Mongol armor, I don't like too much, because it does an extra 5 points, and it does, may do a little bit more protection than the Viking armor, but I found that the Mongol armor is not that useful, because it's not a very good trade-off, to be honest. Let's see, what would you rather have? Guaranteed 20 extra damage, or a percentage chance of getting more critical hits? What would you rather have? Up to you. And the Knight's armor. Knight's armor is my favorite because you are absolute tank. So if you get hit by some bullcrap, like the little cheatsy weetsy, like, I will deny that your blade exists kind of swings. This will help you against that. So you can just take that hit and back off and you'll be fine. You can take a couple hits and you'll be fine. Increases your HP and it does a crap ton of protection. That's how that works. Now, let's see, what is your next weapon you probably want to get? Once again, this is a big weapon. Any of them that says, like, it's above 5, don't get. And if it's, like, one of these really short ones, don't get them, because they're not long enough. You want to get that good mid-ground. So you can block, hit, do enough damage to actually kill them. You don't want to be whacking on them all day. That's just not good for your health. Trust me. Your next sword you probably want to get is the Royal Sword. Now you're going to see that it's really expensive. I know. But you're going to have to grind. So, yeah. You can grind it. Trust me, it's a lot easier to go in and fight the boss with the Royal Sword than it is fighting the boss with the Bastard Sword. Trust me. Look at that damage difference. Boom, boom. Big damage difference. Trust me. You're gonna need that damage because that boss heals if you leave him alone long enough. You'll sit down and be like, alright, I'm gonna just improve my health like 250 at a time after you, like, wailed on him for a solid 5 minutes. And I will advise you to get that knight armor, the really heavy knight armor before fighting the main boss in the knight's one, because, man, some of his moves are just bullcrap. I will say that with honesty, 1000% honesty. Alright, let's stop wasting time and actually start playing the game.
Do you feel that?
That's probably what you're yelling at me.
Is that all?
Upgrade however you wish. If you wish to upgrade strength first or anything else first, you can choose. Doesn't really matter. As long as you get... If you prioritize vitality and strength more than anything else, then it'll be easier. Especially when you mess up or you get hit with one of those bullcrap phase through your blade crap. Like, let's say, if you've ever watched Sword Art Online, in the second season, I think, where the dude has a sword that will phase through your sword. That's basically this game half the time. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch the actual series. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. I'm gonna block that because I don't want to get hit with it. Because you can still take damage while in the parry mode. Like that. Ooh, see how much faster they are. Oop, I didn't mean to hit from that direction. It's best to hit where they're open. And he hit me because he glitched through my sword. And I died. See, even if you upgrade, you're still weak. I don't think I equipped my armor, did I? I didn't. Oh well, I'm gonna fight this anyway. I was probably too busy talking to realize that I didn't upgrade or equip my armor. Did I? No, I did not. I really did not. You usually see like metal plates here. If it's your upgraded armor. Ear itch. Pause for a second while I scratch my ear. Hey, behave. And I can't hit shit. Oh, I actually killed him that time. Ooh, he swung 2 times. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Dead! Dead! I probably should have met him in the middle so I didn't have to back up and loop around. Ooh, he hit me. I don't want this. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Swing it! Swing it! Swing it! My ear keeps itching. Ah! Stop it. Behave. Damn it. Keep going. Don't do that. Ooh, hello. It's not your turn. Ooh, yeah. It apparently is now. I'm lucky I survived that hit. Okay, that glitched out again. So if you're having problems with like them phasing through multiple times, like earlier, adjust your positioning, turn a little bit, see what works. Turn to where you're facing your camera a little bit better. I got hit there. See, the heavier weapons are a little bit glitchy, and he almost killed me. That's why you gotta back up if you get hit. Oop. Back up. I don't want to go for that. Because I knew he was going to do that. Dead. Ah, dang it. Oh, come on. Blade alignment. It's not good. Ooh. There we go. Dead. So for a while, you're going to be dealing with... You're dying in 2 hits for a while. So just don't get hit. That's the suggestion. Don't get hit. Practice not getting hit. So you don't have to deal with backing up and healing. No. Bad boy. Why did I stop? Okay. Give them nothing. This is gonna be a very grindy game eventually. Like, you're eventually gonna get to the point where it's so easy that you just blow through the future levels. Like, it's for the knights, the Mongols, and the samurai is the exact same, except some, like the samurai, will have an extra move that they do, and it's usually a bullcrap move. I can show you in a second once I get my hands back. Just have to steal my hands for a couple seconds. So what time is it? Oh, crap. It's pretty late. But I still have like half a monster to drink, so I ain't getting to bed anytime soon. Alright. Yep. Actually I did upgrade. That's weird.
Are you here to gain?
Could have swore that I would be able to survive a little bit better, but okay. Let's upgrade health. Health.
Is that all?
And that's crap. 1 point. Man, night life is hard. I'll tell you that. Living as a knight in the Middle Ages sucks. What? How much money do I got? 600. Should I buy a buckler or should I save it for armor? I'm gonna buy a buckler because I've been showing you the whatchamacallit, the one-handed style, one-handed sword style for a while now. Let's put a little something interesting into the game. Excuse me. Sorry. I am a degenerate, I know. Man. It's kind of weird. Because this helmet belongs to this armor set, but it's not called the same thing. Like, let's see, if you put it on the knight's armor, that doesn't fit. The color doesn't fit, so it's obviously not to that armor. But if you put it to the medium armor, it fits perfectly. If you put it to this one, it fits perfectly. So either way, I don't know why they didn't just name it the same. I mean, I guess the first helmet that you get for this is the Norman first tier 2 helmet, tier 1 helmet. But what you looking at, boy? Did I say you could speak? Did I say that you could look anywhere? You don't need eyes. Alright, I'm going to show you what I showed you. So the samurai will increase they will gain 1 extra move. Only when they have one-handed sword. And they don't have anything else in their other hand. They're going to do this little trick. Oh yeah! And they're going to go up. They're going to do that, and it's one of the hardest things to block. Because just the movement... They're faster at doing that than you are to doing this, or realizing that they're going to do this, because they go from this to that, and you're just dead. It's one of the most annoying moves in the game. I hate it. I can't tell. Alright, let's go to level 9. Let me show you how it's done, my dudes and dudettes. Hey. Monster, be my friend for a second. Oh, hello. Just give me a sec. I miss Monster. I used to drink a ton of it, but last time I drank a ton of it, I think I nearly died. Possibly, or it destroyed my stomach. That's what it did. I didn't nearly die. He died from old age. I swear I didn't kill him. I swear. Alright, fuck it. You're all dead. Fucking die, bitch. Did I get hit? No. Good. That would have been bullshit. Hit. Hit. Kill this dude first and hit that. Oh wow, I instantly killed him. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Dead. Oh, hello. Look, that's our old sword. Now, they do get really glitchy like that. When they do get that, expect that they kind of phase through your weapons sometimes. I got hit again. Considering that they took more than half of my health, that probably would have killed me if they hit me a second. So, just be prepared for that. Ooh, I keep getting too close to them and then getting hit. Gotta stand back a little bit. Stop going straight up to them. See, I make mistakes a lot because I'm getting cocky and then I die. Stupid. But dead. I love this move. Just dink, 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 you're dead. Okay, good. Got him. I will say that eventually holding both of these up for so long will actually hurt your shoulder a lot. I've noticed. Now when you have the shield, it's basically doing the same stance as if you had one sword. You do the same thing, but you have this as an extra guard against something like, you know, an extra enemy that swings right as you're trying to move in to get a kill. Come on. Oh, okay, fine then. And he killed me. Yeah. Don't get that close to them, because they're just gonna phase right through your weapons. Or, like, because their animations are set to go, like, no matter what, they cannot be interrupted. They will go straight through your defenses. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, hoo. You see? Now, what happened there was I actually hit him with my shield on accident. You will hit them on accident. And he just hit me, once again, going through my weapons, which is one of the most annoying things in this game so far. If I could choose one thing that they could fix, and it's that little glitch there, where they just go right through your stuff. I keep hitting my shield. That's what's happening. I'm not doing enough damage. Ooh. Back up, back up, back up. Alright, we're good. He's gonna glitch out. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now if this happens, well, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? Alright. I gotta pick up my other weapon. Oh no. It's the infamous two-handed weapon that I hate because the physics suck for it. Now if you're dead. Okay, do any of you have a one-handed sword? Please. Okay, that's good. I don't care, as long as I can kill the dudes. No, you can't. Can you die? Ooh, see that? I didn't see his attack, so I wasn't able to block it with my sword. That's why you have the buckler. Ooh, and he stabbed my toes. He nearly chopped my foot off. Ooh, he did. And he did too. Hey, hello friend. You're dead. Now, do any of them have a bastard sword? Because sometimes they'll actually carry a bastard sword, which I really need. Is that a bastard sword? No, it's not. Frick. And this dude's dead. Once again, it glitched through the sword. Alright, looks like I'm using base game. Now that is another thing frustrating, but kind of like eye-opener, sort of. Like, that'll actually happen in real life if you ever are actually on the battlefield. You get your weapon stuck in your enemy. You can't do nothing about it, except just leave your weapon and pick up another one and start beating the shit out of someone else. If your weapon gets stuck again, you just pick up another weapon, like I just did. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot less damage because of my current weapon, and I just got hit. Now, one way to slow down your enemy from just running at you is just to get closer. They'll start either backing up or swinging, and that slows them down. So as long as you block it. I keep getting too close to them. That's my problem. Ooh, hit it. Boom. Boom. Dead. Dead. Friends, I have already gotten to level 8 with nothing but a buckler and this sword at level 1 stats. Like, no problem. Well, sort of problem. It took forever. Because once you get to level 7, it starts getting real difficult. Is that bastard sword? Yes, it is! Finally got my baby back. Alright. Let's fight. Boys. Ooh, he was gonna get me there. I knew it. Keep hitting him in the body. That's fine. Ooh. He's gonna glitch out. Hit his own body. Boom. Move around the shield, not through the shield. Die. Ooh, yeah. You're getting real close to me, so I want to back off. Loop around. Make sure I block, too, or I'm going to be screwed. Oh, keep hitting my shield. Gotta move the shield out of the way, buddy. Baiting them. Bait them. It's a really good strat. It's just to bait them. Bait them into attacking. Alright. Screw the buckler. Let's start using the kite shield. It's a little bit better. Remember to go around the shield, not through it. Ooh, see that? The shield actually parried that, not my sword. Ooh, I hate that move, but luckily it barely ever hits me. So yeah, I've basically shown you all that I know currently, except for some boss strats that aren't cheesy. It's basically what I'm doing here, is just attack, let him attack, then you attack. Make sure you watch out for those secondary attacks though. And those big wind-up attacks, those one-handed attacks, are a nightmare. Alright, so I'm just gonna go level up, and if I can, I probably can't afford any armor, but I don't want to leave you guys waiting. So next, probably either video or live, I'm probably gonna go over the first boss, because the first boss is gonna be a doozy. It was for me. It took some legit mind-changing stuff to get it done. Alright, let's upgrade strength first.
Do you feel that?
And upgrade... We can put one into there and one into there, so let's upgrade these two.
Drink plenty of water.
Water! You mean agua?
Hello there.
Okay. I currently still do not have enough to get the Royal Sword, which is the preferred sword to fight the boss. It does the most damage, and you're gonna need a lot of damage. It's also a really cool looking sword. You look like a holy knight with your
Have I seen your
heavy
face
armor.
before?
Look at that. And that. You look like this with a golden sword, a golden handled sword. Absolute boss. I usually use a kite shield with my character.
Let me help you.
I don't like the other shields. They just don't. They're not good enough for me. They don't look good. This is the perfect combo. It looks like you're just wearing a buckler on your head. Like, oh, I have 2 bucklers and a sword. Well, why do I have 2 bucklers? Oh, wait, I can just make a hat out of it and protect my head. Sadly, it's not as effective because it doesn't completely block all the damage. You take less damage, but you still get damage. Viking sword. The 2 swords I don't suggest. Don't suggest that one. That one is the bastard sword? Yeah, that's the bastard sword. Viking. Another sword that I don't suggest. And an axe I don't suggest. Because that axe is really freaking heavy. And if you want me to prove to you why that weapon is not good, maybe a Halloween special event kind of axe. But if you read the description carefully, you'll see that you have a chance of doing a full 150 HP against yourself just by hitting someone. So, it has a chance of healing you, of course, but it still has that 2.5% chance of just straight up killing you early on in the game. Unless you have the armor and your max stats. Then I wouldn't suggest taking this weapon at all. And plus you'll have better weapons. Like, you may get 140 slash damage, and the Viking axe alone does 110. The battle axe does 120. I don't like the axes. I've tried them before, and it's definitely a challenge. But if you're first starting out, don't focus on the axes. Or the daggers. I haven't tried daggers out, but... Now, daggers might be good if you're trying to go for a dual-wielding character. Because then, since the blade is so short, it doesn't get in your way. But when the enemy gets so close, you can just stab, dead. That's just my preference. Sword I don't recommend. 2 bastard swords. I think these are random, actually. No. Another Viking sword. But yeah. That's about all I have to say about the game. From my experience with the game. Now, one thing I really want is this armor, because this armor looks a lot cooler than that armor, to be honest, and that helmet, too. Although he does look a little goofy with those eyes. Those eyes are really close together. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna drink all my Monster and probably go to bed. If I'm not too hyped up. But whatever. Well, that's about it. I'm walking around doing nothing because I don't know what else to teach you. I'm trying to think, but there's not much else I can teach you besides the boss, but I need better gear. That takes a little bit of grinding to do, so yeah. That's about it for today, or tonight. It's fucking really late. Probably my mistake to start so late, but I needed to use that monster. I had that monster for like a solid almost a month, I'd say.
Time.
For the right moment, the right time, and right now is the right time, because it's real freaking late. And
Need something?
I've been really busy, so. It's the only night I can probably do it for a while. So yeah, that's once again all I got to teach you. For now. So yeah, that's it. I might jump over on my newer character, or not newer, older character to fight the boss. But that's about it. Not much other mechanic-wise stuff I can teach you. So, goodbye, I guess.